Welcome back to our podcast, Redeemed.
Episode 200.
200.
They said it could be done. This is just proof that if you keep going, no one will tell you to stop. Here we are.
That's all we've proven.
Thought we'd be rich by now.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Press that like button.
Press that like button.
Turn on notifications.
Yeah.
What else does streamers say? Slap that notification
Slap
bell.
that notification bell. I don't know.
That's about it.
Yeah. Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Unsubscribe, resubscribe, unsubscribe, resubscribe. That's how you feed the algorithm.
Is it?
It actually is.
Don't
Because,
do
well,
that.
it gives
That's
the
weird.
illusion that a bunch of people are subscribing at once.
Oh.
So they always
Interesting.
used to, like, major podcasts will tell you to unsubscribe and then resubscribe.
Oh.
Because then you're
Weird.
working your way up the charts.
Unsubscribe and then resubscribe.
Well, they would have to subscribe first.
It's probably not going to mean anything.
We would have to have subscribers first to do that.
Hey, we have like 20.
I will say, though, we
Basically a
do
big
have a
deal.
good time, which is probably the reason why we keep doing this. And we do. I do enjoy going back and look at these, reading over and look at these stories once again.
Indeed.
And picking out little things that we can learn from. So, the big 200 for us. 200. If you had asked me when we started this if we would have made it to 200, I would have laughed in your face.
Wouldn't have said we'd make it to 2.
Yeah, I was
No,
going to say.
no,
After the
but
first
here
one,
we
I thought, that's it. We don't need to do this ever again.
Scrap it.
But here we are. We are continuing to push forward.
Because no one will tell us to stop.
It's true.
And we're...
Somehow.
So you
And,
guys might as well start watching.
Yeah. We're not, clearly, we can't take a hint.
yeah. We're just going to keep going. All right. Today, once again, we are in 2 Samuel. We are following along with the story of David. We just finished up talking about David and Bathsheba. Pretty much the turning point in David's rule where everything kind of takes a downturn.
And he thinks that he's gotten away with his crimes.
Yeah.
And then a man shows up.
Yeah.
A man named Nathan.
A man named Nathan. Tells him this story. And says there was 2 men in a certain town. One was rich, one was poor. The rich man had a very large number of sheep and cattle. But the poor man had nothing except one little lamb. This is a tearjerker.
It is.
Now he had bought and he had raised it, and it grew up with him and his children. So in essence, it was a pet. It shared his food, drank from his cup, and even slept in his arms. It was like a daughter to him. Okay, so it was more than a pet. Now a traveler came to the rich man. Now the rich man's house. But the rich man refrained from taking one of his own sheep or cattle to prepare a meal for the traveler who had come to him. Instead, he took the ewe lamb that belonged to the poor man and prepared it for the one who had come to him.
David hears this story and immediately doesn't put 2 and 2 together.
Nope.
Gets very angry.
Yep.
Says, as surely as the Lord lives, this is where we think before we speak.
Who done it?
As surely as the Lord lives, the man who did this deserves to die. Because he committed this cold-hearted crime, he must pay for the lamb 4 times over.
Which, like, he's right.
He is 1,000% correct.
Absolutely.
Just doesn't quite put
Still
two and
has
two
he
together.
has yet to put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, the puzzle
And
pieces
then-
have not clicked.
I wonder. I would like to know Nathan's facial expression as David's saying this.
I always kind of thought maybe he pointed a bony finger at him too, you know?
Well, but as David's on his little tirade here and he's
Yeah.
fired up and he's rightfully so, this is a
Yeah.
bad story. This guy needs to be punished. And then does Nathan smile? Does he
Yeah.
just kind
And
of
for
like...
some and for some reason I had
You moron.
this image of Nathan looking like Gandalf the Grey from Lord of the Rings.
Interesting. Okay, not
know-
what I
you know,
envisioned.
you
but
know,
okay.
walks in
we'll
with-
roll that way.
He walks in with a staff and his robe.
All right. I
Yeah.
would picture him as more of a paw grape, but it's just me.
Well, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Singing a song about
King George and the Duckies.
Yeah.
And he says, "What? David, you are that man." Uh-oh.
not what you want to hear.
Uh-oh.
No.
Not for the man of God, for sure. This is what the Lord God of Israel says. I anointed you king over Israel and delivered you from the hand of Saul. I gave your master's house to you, your master's wives into your arms. I gave you all Israel and Judah And if all of this had been too little, I would have given you even more. Why do you despise the word of the Lord by doing what is evil in his eyes? You struck down Uriah the Hittite with a sword and took his wife to be your own. You killed him with the sword of the Ammonites. Now therefore the sword will never depart from your house, because you have despised me and took the wife of Uriah the Hittite to be your own. So if you think for one instant you're going to get away with sin, you be wrong.
You are not.
You are very wrong.
It's on its way.
Yeah.
There are consequences to the choices and the sins that we have in our life. And these are going to be some pretty substantial consequences for David. Now, I mean, if we were to look at it, we do this. We're not supposed to, because sin is sin. But if we look at it, we would say these are some pretty major things that David did. Stole a man's wife and killed somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, granted, sin is sin. I understand that. But but when you're
life,
looking at it...
A life was taken.
Yeah.
And it was an abuse of power by the king. Which I think also the Lord was upset about. Because David used his power as king to accomplish this.
Yep.
And this is what the Lord says. Out of your household, I am going to... So he's not done yet. He's not done.
No, this one's gonna sting.
So if the sword part wasn't enough...
There's more.
But wait, David.
There's more.
There's more.
Which I do wonder, too, why Nathan came in and told the story first.
It's probably what was given to him.
Well, could have been.
Yeah.
But I find it interesting that God gives him a parable.
Well,
So can he connect the dots?
there's also some foreshadowing there for Jesus, too, because Jesus taught in parables, but
Yeah, true. I guess that's true.
I don't know if it's not connected it is, but...
So anyway, I just
Yeah.
thought I had one time. It's like, it's interesting. Why didn't he just come in and say, David, you screwed up.
Yeah,
This is what's
why?
going to happen.
Yeah.
'Cause-
Probably
come on, let's be honest. I'm pretty sure David knew he screwed up. Now, he thought he got away with it, but I'm pretty sure he knew he screwed
And
up.
it may have been, God may have done that on purpose, simply to incite that reaction from David.
Maybe it
Yeah.
was.
To
That's
get
a good point.
him to realize his own.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
That would make sense.
Yeah. And maybe in his mind he had somehow justified everything he did, and so he didn't feel like he did anything wrong.
Yeah, he's the king. I can do whatever I want.
Which that's terrible.
Pretty much what he thought.
Yeah.
And then he couldn't.
This is what the Lord says: out of your household I am going to bring calamity on you. And boy, does he. Before your very eyes I will take your wives and give them to one who is close to you, and he will sleep with your wives in broad daylight. You did it in secret, but I will bring this thing in broad daylight before all Israel. David said to Nathan, I have sinned against the Lord. But we're not done. Hold on. We're still going here.
Well, there is a slight bright spot before more calamity. Because he does say that, yes, and the Lord has forgiven your sin. You are not going to die. So there's a brief moment there where David probably thought, okay,
That's it.
so I'm just going to be at war for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Wrong.
But not the case.
No.
After Nathan had gone home. Oh, there it is.
Nope.
Excuse me. Let's back up.
Nope.
So the Lord has taken away your sin, which you just talked about, which is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, as I say, David was probably feeling pretty good right about now as far as everything can be considered.
And I like how he says that you are not going to die.
Yep.
So that clarifies something there too.
Yeah. It says you
So-
specifically.
So that must mean that God had considered it for a second.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure that it crossed his mind, and then he probably thought,
Yeah, maybe not the best. Okay,
Not
we're
good
going to do
enough.
something else. But because by doing this you have shown utter contempt for me, the Lord, the Son, bore to you will die. So,
yep.
after Nathan had gone home, the Lord struck down the child that Uriah's wife had borne to David, and he became ill.
Yep.
So was he already? Did they already have the baby?
It appears
So this
that
is quite
way.
a while.
This is quite a while
after.
later. Yes, it is. It was several years.
Yeah, I don't have a time.
I remember we looked it up on the last podcast, but I can't remember. I think it was 2 or 3 years. which goes
I missed all that. Where
which-
was I?
which once again goes to prove that David thought he got away with it.
Yeah. Years later, you're like, that's. I did it.
Mhm.
Okay, I missed that when we
Yep.
were talking about
Yep.
that last time, I guess.
And I believe it was in the commentary of the previous chapter.
I can't find it, but I'll look. You guys keep going.
And so like I said, David thought he got away with it,
Yeah.
but he didn't. And I liked how, David took it.
Yeah.
Took the consequences. He knew what he did was wrong. Finally, at this point, for sure. If he didn't before, he does now,
He definitely does now.
Yeah.
and realize that he's at the mercy of God. I do believe. I love how he says, "I have sinned," and God immediately forgives him.
Mm-hmm.
Which once again talks to
I was
the
gonna say we still
forgiveness
have.
of the Lord.
Yep.
We have a God that is very merciful.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Thankfully.
yes, there are going to be consequences to his choices, but in the end, God didn't kill him, and God forgave him.
Correct.
Which is what you're going to see through the rest of his reign too, is that even though David did mess up, there's still some important things that come from his
Yeah.
rule. But his rule would have looked a lot different had he not done this. Had made this turn. And so anyway, David understands what's happening with the kid, but he's trying to change God's mind. And so he prays and he prays, he fasts, he weeps and he cries, and he's just pleading for this child. And I'm sure that he felt terrible because this child is going to die because of him.
Because of him.
I mean, it's his fault. This child is innocent. The child did nothing.
Yep.
But because of David's sin, those were the consequences.
Correct.
Which that would have to be terrible as a parent to know that. Then it's interesting too because so he's in this agony and he's praying for this kid, and then once the kid dies, the attendants are even scared to tell him about it because they're afraid of what he might do because of the way he's been acting.
When he didn't eat, he was. Yeah, I mean, he fasted the whole time. I don't know how long it was. It doesn't say, but.
And once David finds out the kid is dead, he gets up, showers, gets himself dressed, and moves on.
Yep.
And the attendants just could not fathom what just happened.
Nope. There was nothing more to do on David's side of things. He did everything he could.
Yep.
He tried, and he knew there was no change in God's mind.
And that's what he tells him. He said, while the child was alive, I had a chance.
Yep.
But now the child is gone, then we move on. And then David comforted his wife Bathsheba. And she gave birth to a son, and they named him Solomon. Remember that name.
Uh-huh. It's gonna come in handy here.
That name is one that's going to stick around.
Yeah.
And they named him Solomon. The Lord loved him. And because the Lord loved him, he sent word through Nathan the prophet to name him Jedediah.
We're gonna find out more about Solomon here real soon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was the one that God picked. Of all the children of David, that was the one. Which is interesting, too, because Solomon came from that relationship.
Yeah.
Correct. Don't think that was on accident either.
Nope. Well, God knows what's going to happen before we even do it.
Right. No, I'm saying specifically, and I couldn't tell you the meaning behind it, but maybe something along the lines of I can make something good out of your mistakes.
Oh, he does it all the time.
Right, but I'm just the significance behind it.
And that's what gives us hope, is because God can make something come out of our mistakes. Now, the goal is not to keep making mistakes.
Yeah, I would like to avoid one every now and then,
but God can take them and use them for what we would use as for bad. He uses for good.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, God is amazing. His love, His forgiveness, His ability to take imperfect people and still accomplish a goal is amazing. So anyway, let's don't be like David. Don't think we get away with sin.
No.
Confess that stuff immediately and try not to make those same mistakes again.
Oh.
All right. Well, there it is. Number 200.
We did it.
200. We did it.
I said it couldn't be done. I said it couldn't be done.
I said it couldn't be done.
I didn't know what we were doing.
I just show
fair.
up.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.